All right, I saw this video earlier when I was watching the other one, and I wanted to see what this was about because it said what he learned from Iron to Ascendant. I'm assuming that means that he was in Iron rank, like an actual Iron rank, all the way up to where when he got to Ascendant. Not like he's Ascendant and then he went to Iron and learned some things from Irons. So like let's see. He posted this 2 days ago. It's got 5,000 views on it. I was a Dota 2 player who switched to Valorant, and I have never played CSGO before. Okay. I was a fighting game player that switched to Valorant, and I've never played CSGO before. It means that I can reach this rank. It means that I can reach this rank, and you can too. Without further ado, let's get started. All right, man, let's hear it. Iron to bronze. First tip is just play the game. I've been playing since episode 1, act 2 until now. When I opened when I opened the rank for the first time, the sentence just didn't make any sense to me. When I opened ranked for the first time, I got Iron 3 and ended up with Bronze 1. Okay. So you already started off way better than I did. I literally opened up at Iron 1, and I had to struggle to get to Iron 3. And you got to Bronze 1 all by yourself. In the next act, I ended up in Bronze and got Bronze Gun Buddy in my classic. And one thing I have learned is that when playing, you don't have to play competitive. You can just play unrated or swift play. The important thing is that you understand the map structure. By understanding the map better, you can get a better position advantage over your enemy. Cool. Cool. Bronze to silver. Crosshair placement. I'm working on it. I don't know if my crosshair placement is good or not. I feel like it's meh. The next tip I learned is to climb from bronze to silver is crosshair placement. A good crosshair placement makes you shoot the enemy's head faster. Compare these two videos. It gives me enough time to read. Oh Lord! Oh Lord! This is legit me. The second one, the second video on the right-hand side here, that is legit me when I first started playing. And my friend who was like playing with me, Kyle, he was like, dude, stop looking at the floor. And I was like, I can't. I'm trying, but it's so hard. Like, it is very hard to like not look like I don't know. All the other shooters that I've played, I probably stare at the ground a lot because my eyes are looking forward, but I'm not really focused on where my crosshair is actually, but I'm looking forward. So to me, I'm like, oh, I'm looking straight ahead. And I'm just walking straight ahead. Not thinking to myself, oh, push your crosshair up so when somebody walks in front of it, you can just press the trigger rather than having to move your mouse, then pull the trigger. You know what I mean? I think mine it's better now. In both videos, I saw the enemy at the same time, but the video on the left, I kill the enemy faster because the crosshair is at the head level. Okay. There's already a problem here. These are the issues. These are the issues that like I have when people like to give tips and stuff. Like I don't want to like downplay anybody's tips or anybody or if they think, you know, they have things that can help somebody, but like the crosshair placement, great tip, right? Great tip. Everybody talks about crosshair placement all the time. That's people were telling me about crosshair placement non-stop when I was posting videos about Valorant on TikTok and I was getting views and people were commenting on all my stuff. It's like, yo, man, just working your crosshair placement. You need to work in crosshair placement. Your crosshair placement sucks. You need to pick your crosshair off the ground. It's like over and over and over again. I'm like, I know, I get it. I'm trying. And then it's like, you know, people think it's gonna fix itself overnight, where it's not. So then, once you have crosshair placement and you have, you know, better crosshair placement, and you're trying to do that, there's still more. There's more to it than going from bronze to silver, or than just crosshair placement. Like, there's more to it than that, because like there's so much stuff going on that like it's so hard. Like, it's just so hard to take in all the information that like you need to in order to get to the next level. Like, to get to the point where you can just win your games and top frag your games and be the most useful person in your match. Like, you're the most useful person in your match with your utility, and also the most useful person in your match kill wise, right? And you want to be as useful as humanly possible in every single game, to get yourself to those, you know, ranked rating points. But like, only having one tip for going from bronze to silver, and that being crosshair placement, is crazy, because that means that like you're naturally gifted enough to, all you have to do is worry about, you know, putting your crosshair here, and then you just know where everybody is all the time. You're ready for everybody when they come around the corner. You don't miss any of your shots, I guess. You top frag every game, or you know, second frag, maybe mid frag, but at least you're top 3 in frags every game. You're calming, you're doing everything you're supposed to do from bronze all the way to silver. It's not just crosshair placement. Having good crosshair placement is not the thing that's going to rank you up, because I've seen people with terrible crosshair placement that are higher rank than bronze and silver and gold. Like, it's kind of crazy sometimes to see people's crosshair as low as it is, and they still are higher ranked than me, because they just, I guess they're just better in other aspects of the game. The third tip is map awareness, going from silver to gold. Okay, in silver to gold lobby, the difficult thing is the lack of communication. Most players in silver and below don't use team comms. This is true. Like, most people do not comm. They don't give any type of, they don't even use pings sometimes. Like if you're not going to talk on a mic and you're not going to type, I would prefer that people talk. Like, even if you don't talk and chat it up, at least just hit your push to talk button and be like, I did this much damage, or, you know, we got three on A, or there's one person mid, like something, right? Or and then people that type, I'm like, okay, that's fine, that's cool, but like, that's such a much slower a slower form of communication than just pressing a push to talk button and then spitting it out immediately, right? And then under that, like, even in between that, if you're not gonna talk, you should ping. And then the people, I'd rather people ping an area and, I guess, then type, right? If they only type, that's slow information. If they ping and then type, at least I know where they're talking about, and then I know what they're talking about after I get the details afterwards. Whatever. Like, just figure out ways. If, like, maybe some people might be shy on the mic and they don't want to talk on the mic, just ping. just ping the area, so at least we know where to look. So to get through this elo, you have to try to look at the map to know what's going on. There are two options. You can make your minimap show the whole map, or you can caps lock or M on your keyboard. I look at my map all the time. Like, I'm not going to say 100% of the time, but a huge chunk of time, I'm like looking at my map. I'm always glancing at my map. I'm always looking at my map. I made my crosshair placement better. I'm trying to improve that even, and make sure I can snap the targets and get the kills. Like that's the other thing that I think people it's not that you the amount of kills you get, it's that you have your crosshair at head height and you have it, and you know where somebody is either going to swing or walk, so that you have it out further, and you kind of anticipate how far they're going to swing out, and you have your crosshair placed accordingly, and then hitting that shot when they swing out, right? As fast as you can. Because if you can do all that, but you don't get the kills, it's not really doing anything for you. I mean, you're getting better at those things, but at the end of the day, you got to hit the shot. If my crosshair placement was good and I don't know, like they just didn't swing out as far as I thought they would, or they swung out past where I thought they would, and my crosshair wasn't there, and I try to step the target, and maybe I miss, or I don't quite hit them in the head. I hit them like right below where their head is, or they just swing the corner and they just hit me immediately, right? They hit me immediately, and I die for it. It's like, okay, well, I guess there wasn't much I could do about that. Whatever the case, if I miss my shot and then I die for it, all that was for nothing. When it's like maybe somebody else that would have been in my spot had bad crosshair placement, but their flicks were godly, and they just flicked to the person's head as they swung out and killed them. Easy, right? Like, that can happen. It's a possibility. I'm not saying it's the only possibility, but I'm just saying that it's a possibility, and that's what a lot of people do. So it's like, I feel like people that are really good or naturally good at the game, or like they just have a knack for the game, and they just, I guess, understand it faster, where they're not even really thinking about why they know these things, or because if he was playing Dota 2 and he was good at Dota 2, there may have been some type of things that carried over from the way he thinks about Dota and carried it over to the way he thinks about Valorant, right? So like, I carry some stuff over from fighting games, but not a whole lot of it applies to like shooters with like aim and stuff. When he's on Dota, he's using a mouse and he's aiming and clicking on enemies on the map. Now, it's not the same as like aiming and shooting at people, but he has to be precise where he clicks. Most of the time, he's clicking a ton. He's moving his mouse. He has a feel for how his mouse moves around the screen. So maybe that's why he's able to more precisely aim at enemies on here, or whatever. It's like there could be any number of reasons, right? Okay, we're still on the map thing. Okay, but the thing to note is, don't always look at your mini map. Just glance at it to find some info and refocus on your crosshair. I do that. I think I do that now. I'm confident in saying that I do that type of thing. Recon Dart scans the site and reveals Sova, showing its icon on the mini map. Anytime anybody gets any type of vision, you look at you use your teammates' vision too by looking at your mini map, so you can see what your teammates see and know where people are without even having to see them. Ooh, they lined up. Ooh. Fourth tip, pre-aim. Pre-aim is an advanced stage of crosshair placement, so we predict where the enemy will be, and when we swing the crosshair, will be right at the enemy's head. That's what I have to get better. I have to get better at doing that. So like when I swing, I have to be able to predict where the enemy is, and when people predict where the enemy is crazy, because their crosshair lands directly on their face as they swing around the corner, and they just pull the trigger and they die. Like, I am not good at that yet. That's one thing I am not good at. But that's from silver to gold. I'm not even there yet. Like, I'm not even to silver yet. Maybe it's because I'm playing against all the silvers that got knocked down in the bronze. I don't know. First, we look at the wall and imagine where the enemy might be. After that, we will swing, and the crosshair will be right at the enemy's head. I try, like, I don't get me wrong. Like, I try to do this. Like, I try to do this actively all the time, but I'm just bad at it. Okay, so those are the head areas. Okay, I'll remember that. Gold to plat. In gold rank to platinum, silver players started using team comms. I usually start by asking, do you guys have a mic? That will get the team talking and getting active. Active communication can make the team more cohesive. This is 100% true. This is not even just in gold to plat. This is down in bronze too. Like, in any rank, to be honest, is how this works. If one team is communicating and the other team isn't, the communicating team who is keeping their head on straight will more often win the match. Like, if there's another team and they're not talking at all, and they're just and they only wait until the end of the game to start talking or to be angry at each other, they will lose. If the other team is calming and talking to each other and, you know, making plans, even if they're not making plans, even if they're just talking to each other, like, they're more cohesive. So they know what's going on. Like, they know, okay, this person killed this person has this much damage on them. Okay, well, I know I don't have to aim for this person's head because my teammate hit them for 105. So I know that I don't really have to aim for their head. I just have to put a bullet in them, put a bullet or two in them. You know what I'm saying? And I just have to hit them. You know, and I probably will win the fight, especially if you have, like, full health, whatever the case may be. Communication is just all around, should be in all matches. And usually I'll just say something easy like yo. I'll just say yo on character select screen to see if anybody responds to me, or I'll say it in the beginning of the match before the round starts. I'm like, hey, what's up? Or yo, what's up? I don't even ask, do y'all have mics? Like, I don't even ask that because it's kind of a redundant question. If you just go, hey, yo, what's up? Somebody will respond. If not, then I guess no team comms. Like, that's just what happens. You can give comms as you see fit, even if people are not talking to you. But if you don't have comms, then, like, usually people will wait until you're low man, right? Because I'll be like bottom frag sometimes. No comms, right? We'll have no comms. I'll be bottom fragging. I'll be there to clutch something. Somebody will have had information to give me. I'll ask them, hey, does anybody know where she was? Nobody will say anything. and then I'm like, okay. And then I die. And then somebody might be like, oh God, you're trash. And I'm like, so you can calm that I'm trash, but you don't calm that this person was sitting over there, or that you did this much damage, or you did no damage to them. What do people be like? Why do y'all have y'all mics plugged in? Y'all not shy to call somebody trash, but y'all shy to give information. Like, I don't get it.
Here.
I asked Sage to shoot the recon dart. So they just know where the recon dart's gonna go. That's actually huge. That's actually huge. Like, I never thought about that. It's like it's the lineup. They're gonna shoot the dart in the same spot damn near every single time. They're like, yep, shoot the recon dart gonna be right there. So shoot it. And if they shoot it, wherever they shoot it in match, I just thought about this. This is why you watch videos, you learn stuff. Wherever they shoot it, they're probably going to shoot it in the same spot again. So remember where they shot it before and look for them to shoot it there again. Unless they're like a Sova that doesn't really play Sova all that often and they don't really have a set place they shoot it. They just want to shoot it back there somewhere. Then it might not land in the same spot all the time, but it might land in the general area. You know what I mean? So that's something I just learned just now and I just thought about. And I'm going to keep that in my mind for when we're playing against the Sova. Or anybody else that has things that can get shot, like, as they land. Like knife and stuff. Also, when we die, it's best not to just stay silent, but try to find the location of the enemy and notify it through team comms. Yes. Yes, I even have to do that more. I sometimes I don't do that. I don't know, like, notify them where they are because I have this thing in my brain that goes, oh, well, if I died, then they should have seen where I died on the minimap. Or if they were looking at my body when I died and they saw me drop, they know somebody is over there. You know what I mean? That's probably something I should improve too. But that's usually what I'm thinking, because if I see somebody dies or I see one of my teammates die, I make a note of it that, okay, there's a person over there. They may be swinging from around this corner because they died there or something like that. Or I look at the minimap to see who was there and who they were fighting when they died, so I know who is where. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. Yeah. Yo, I cannot play Reyna. We were talking about this yesterday. I cannot play Reyna because I'm not a good shot. Like, I can't rely on my aim. I did okay as Reyna in like 2 Swift plays. Like, okay. Ain't no way! There's no way!
One enemy remaining. Thrifty.
This is between gold and plat, bro. Gold and plat, bro. Gold and plat, bro. Don't hold in the deepest part, but a little bit out because most players have pre-aimed and it's not in our favor. Oh, yeah. I usually don't like holding over there either. It just feels bad. Like, at some points in the game, after you've played the game for a good amount of time, even if you're not a high-ranked player, there are some things that just start getting ingrained in your brain, ingrained in your soul, that you're like, this does not feel good. I should not stand here. Now, that's not, maybe if you're not high ranked, some of those places will not, you won't feel some of those things because a lot of people maybe don't know about that and they don't try to punish those things. But like, being right here just is like bad because like I know that people come around this corner and shoot, or it's a close angle. So like, if you're standing back there, you may not be like, you may just get killed because you're standing there. Like, who knows? Depending on where they're coming from. Like, if they're coming from around that corner that he's looking at, then yeah, you don't want to stand there. But if you think they're gonna come from the door over here behind where he's at, then yeah, you're gonna stand back over there because it's the furthest place away, or behind that wall, not right here, but behind that wall, because like or like further back, so then you can like kind of peek that or whatever and like shoot them depending on what's going on. Sometimes I stand right here, stand a little like off angle, so they come around the corner and I shoot them because they're not expecting me to stand right where I'm standing at, and it works out sometimes. Is it bad? I have no idea. Is it bad for my rank? Maybe not. trading concept that happens if we or our teammates are killed and we kill the enemy. Trading. This should be all the way. This is all the way. Should happen all the way down in bronze. Like, I'm not even gonna say iron, because iron, I feel like when you're in iron, you're learning the game, you're getting acclimated to the game, and once you get acclimated to the game and you get the bronze 1, you're actually somewhat starting to play the game. Like, when you're in iron 1, I feel like you're not playing the game. You're iron 1, iron 2, iron 3. Maybe like iron 3, maybe you're starting a little bit to play the game, but like down in iron 2, iron 1, you're not really playing the game. People don't know what's going on. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to aim. They don't know where to go. They don't know the maps. They don't know the callouts. They don't know anything. They're just sad that they can't rank up and they don't know why. That's just what it is in those ranks. Then once you get the bronze, because let me tell you something. When I was iron 2, and then I had one of my viewers, they took me into a bronze match, right? He had like a bronze Smurf account or whatever, and he was like, I'm gonna take you into bronze. So he took me into bronze, and bronze was a completely different feeling than iron was. It felt terrifying, because like everybody felt so much more organized than iron did. Like iron felt discombobulated. No one knew what's going on. No one had to know how to do anything. No one knows nothing, right? I knew a little bit more, because at this point, like, even though I was iron 2, iron 1, or whatever, iron 2, like I was watching videos of Valorant. I was trying to learn stuff about Valorant, learn how to play, giving my experiences and posting stuff on Valorant. I mean on TikTok, and people comment on my stuff, and me, going over like watching Joel's, watching other coaching videos, and trying to learn stuff about the game. So I knew a lot about the game. I just wasn't good at implementing a whole lot of stuff yet. Still now, I'm not good at implementing kills, but whatever. But trading is something I try to do as often as I can, but it's sometimes it's just hard, because they just put themselves in these terrible situations, and it's like I gotta follow up on this terrible situation and try to trade them, and sometimes they just put themselves in some either untradeable situation, or we both get killed when I'm trying to trade. Like, it sucks.
Jet on the left.
Crown.
Fuck, I cannot play, man.
Aw, you can't res yourself?
Plat to diamond, warming up. At this rank, what I've learned is to always warm up before playing to optimize your aim when playing competitively. This should be this is done all the way down. This is not a thing that's just done. Like, the fact that you feel like you didn't have to warm up in ranks below this, it goes to show how talented you are as a Valorant player, even though you came from another game that was not a shooter, right? There's something about playing Dota or playing a competitive game on mouse and keyboard. Even though it's a different game, you're still aiming your mouse at stuff, I feel like. And that, I feel like it's part of it, and the way you think about the game competitively is a part of it. And like knowing where people are, knowing timings and all that kind of stuff kind of exists in Dota too. So I feel like you would you understand a little bit stuff inherently, and like you're able to bring some of that over to Valorant. And you maybe don't think about that early, but like if you weren't really warming up like that before your matches in previous ranks from diamond to plat, I mean from plat to, what was it, from plat to diamond? Yeah, from plat to diamond, then you were just good. You're just him. Like, it's crazy. Like, so I just feel like you're good enough. Like, you were just talented enough and good enough at the game from iron all the way up to this point to be able to not have to do a lot of these things that we all should be doing even in lower ranks. You can do the range, normal, hard bots, then continue with 1 or 2 game deathmatch. normal or hard bots. I've never even like really touched hard bots because like I feel like I wouldn't be able to really hit them. I guess I have to try it to limit test. Maybe I'll do that later on today. I'll try to do hard bots, move up to hard bots, because I really only use medium bots, and I can't even hit all the medium bots. I guess it's not about trying to hit all of them. It's just about trying to improve the amount that you can hit them. Because like right now, I think I can hit about 20 plus bots. I went from being able to hit 16 to 17 to hitting 20 after I realized something about how I was moving from target to target. But that was real quick. After I thought about it, I started hitting 20 plus. So maybe I'll move to trying to do hard bots, but with hard bots I can't move as slow as I do with medium bots. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Diamond to Ascendant, where he currently is now. Teamwork. At Diamond Rank, most players already use skills simultaneously. For example, raise grenade, fades, fade C's. I've seen that one before. That sucks. I mean, not like sucks, but like it sucks to get hit by it. Jet dash with flash or scan. Make sure to communicate with your teammates how you want to play, how well your team plays together. This one I can understand. Okay, this one is not necessarily teamwork. It's a little more specific. It's like comboing your skills, right? You're comboing your skills, and knowing how to combo your skills and playing off of your team skills and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna throw C's. The person's probably gonna be sitting in the corner. I'm gonna throw C's, throw your grenade over there, and then they won't be able to get away from it. Or same thing with like slow. So like their person is in a corner, you throw the slow and you throw the grenade over there at the same time. Like they can't get away from that. They're just done. They're just dead. That could kill a team. Like that could kill a team. Slow and a grenade could kill a whole team, especially if they're all five pushing a site and you have Raze and Sage on the same site. Like, yo, when we hear them, throw slow and I'll throw a grenade. Like, you could probably kill 3 of them, if not all of them, by doing that. And then they gotta wait. They gotta like, oh god. Like imagine Ascent. Imagine on Ascent B main. Ascent B main, how people push up, and you just throw us like you see them push up, and then you throw a slow behind them, and then you throw the grenade in front of them. Now they're gonna try to back up when they see the grenade, and they're not gonna be able to go anywhere because if they back up, they're gonna run into the slow, get hit by the grenade. If they try to run forward, the grenade has broken apart. It's in front of them. They only have forward to go to run into it. They probably got hit by the first part of the grenade. Second part of the grenade explodes. Boom, they're dead. Like, broken. Like, that shit sounds broken. Don't give an easy shot. Do not give an easy shot. Don't give an easy shot. When attacking or defending, use skills you have, such as throwing flash for peeking using. Yeah, I get punished for this sometimes, where I'll swing a corner and I'm like, why didn't I just flash this corner? Because sometimes you don't be wanting to waste your utility. I already know this in my head, but I gotta tell myself this some more. Utility for making space. Maybe at my rank that's what I'm supposed to do. Maybe at higher ranks that there's different things you're supposed to do. But like in my head, utility is used for making space. Like if you got a flash and you put and you place a flash in a spot where if somebody is standing there, they're either gonna get hit or they're standing near somewhere where they can duck behind and they leave sight, or they get hit by it and then they completely like leave the site. It's like you flash and you swing, because anybody in the area that's still there is probably gonna get hit unless they're good at dodging flashes and stuff like that. Because if they're not, then they're probably gonna get hit by a flash. You swing and then you try to kill them. Same thing with like concusses and all that kind of stuff. Don't give an easy shot. I feel like that was a bad place to put the eyeball. I don't know if it actually is, but I feel like that was a bad place to put the eyeball. Like right there is not bad. Right here is bad to swing into this, because if this person decided that they wanted to shoot the eye, they might have just shot the eye and hit you right in the face. Collateral damage. Maybe it's not completely lined up, but like maybe one of the bullets could have like straight off hit you in the face. And like it's just why it's not a good idea to put the eye right directly in between you and your opponent, where you're going to be shooting directly through the eyeball or right under the eyeball or around it. You put it off somewhere where it's going to be on their screen and they have to choose to shoot at the eyeball or choose to shoot at you. So like I don't think this is a really good place to put the eye, right? I could be wrong. All right, trying to move through this video a little faster. Some of them are clips, and you know, just to give you an idea of what to do, but I want to see what his tips are all about. Positive mindset. This is also something that should be all the way up, right? At this rank, mentality is important. It's important at all ranks. If you think that these things are not important in lower ranks, then you're just able to scrape the lower ranks and just basically blow past them. These are things that you didn't have to think about before, but now you're putting more emphasis on them at higher ranks because like you need them, like you need to do it. Maybe at lower ranks you don't need to as much, but you need to do it. Like I try to have a positive mindset about stuff, but sometimes you're just going to get frustrated. You're just going to get upset. It's okay. Like those are feelings. Like people act like you're not supposed to have feelings. You should still have a positive mindset. So like if you do get upset at something or you get frustrated, it's like, okay, let's focus back up and try to figure out what we can do to, I don't know, turn the tide in our favor. Let's try to figure it out, right? Like even if your teammates are not cooperating, try to do your best to make the match better for you, so that coming out of the match maybe you lose a little less RR than everybody else because you did such a good job, which is usually not the case for me. If we're losing, I'm probably bottom frag. Sometimes we're losing, I'm top frag. If I'm top frag and we're losing, I'm just like, I don't know what y'all want me to do, because I'll be top frag, but I can't clutch. Like, I suck at it. So that's another thing I gotta work on, clutching rounds. Because if I could clutch rounds, that'd be huge. But most of the time I don't. Maybe 1v1 I clutch sometimes, but like 3v1 gets real hairy. 2v1 possible. 3v1 any more than that, and I'm just like, I'm not ready for that yet. Not yet. Always give positive energy. Don't blame your teammates, but support them to be more confident in the next round. Truth. This is also something that should go all the way up, from iron all the way up, because you don't want to make your teammates like upset. So like when I'm playing matches, right? I don't flame my teammates on the mic. Like sometimes I'll flame them to myself, but like if you go and flame your teammates, do it without pressing push to talk. Don't calm that. Because it doesn't help your team. It actually makes things worse. And when you get toxic and you start calming that stuff on the mic, you're just making your team worse. And if your team is doing bad already, they don't want to hear that, and they're just going to make them play even worse. You just move on. Like if you got to, nice try, whatever, NT in chat, whatever you got to do, just don't calm and flame them, right? Like it just doesn't help. Never helps. Your team will play better when they know that they have no stress of somebody coming down on them about how bad they're doing, right? So like if I'm not bottom frag and somebody else is bottom frag, and I hear my teammate go, oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry, I'm just not playing that great. I'm like, look man, don't worry about it. Let's just get this dub. Like let's just get this win. let's just win this next round, whatever, right? If we losing and they're like, oh man, I'm sorry, I'm not really doing this so hot. It's like, everybody has bad games. Don't worry about it. Let's just try to get this dub, right? Like make sure that your team knows that like they got people on their team that are on their side so that they can focus on playing the game rather than focus on how maybe bad they're doing or they didn't do as well this game. Like everybody's not going to be top frag every single game. It's just not going to happen. So like you got to just try to win the match, win the rounds one by one. Whoop!
We'll catch them.
GC maybe.
Last player standing.
Oof.
Side.
It's half. And you always calm that. You always calm that. If it's half, if you get the thing to half, calm it. Yo, it's the bomb's at half. Even if I'm dead and somebody else gets it to half and I see it's at half, I'm calming that. Yo, it's at half because that determines how your teammates play the match. Like how they play the rest of the match. They might be able to clutch and get the bomb, but then like they might see that, we don't have enough time. It's about to run out. And if you didn't calm, it's at half, then they might just run away and try to get out of there and keep their gun or whatever, right? I don't know. Like they might play it different. But if you tell them it's at half, they might be able to find it, see the dude, run up, shoot him, run up, do whatever they're gonna do, get the kill, and then defuse the rest of the bomb. Like they might be able to do that. They'll play differently based on if they know or they have the information that the bomb is at half or not, right? So like you gotta calm that stuff. Like the littlest calms will help. Like even sometimes people will say it's backseating, but like I don't care. So like sometimes I don't focus on everything all the time. So if my teammate goes, you got 5 bullets left, thank you. Because now I have that information and I can determine whether I want to reload now or I think I'm going to hit this shot and I don't want to reload because I don't want them to know where I am. Like that's another thing. So it's like I don't be worried about people saying to me, "Oh, you got 5 bullets left," because people are like, "Oh, that's backseat." No, please tell me. If I'm not paying attention to it, I would hope somebody on my team goes, "Hey, you got to reload." Because there was definitely one time where I only had 1 bullet and I wish somebody would have told me. But I just didn't realize it. And I went and I ulted. It was a 1v1. It was a clutch. We would have won the match. And I swing the guy and I tap him in his chest with my last bullet. And I had to reload, and then he kills me while he's concussed. And I'm like, oh. And then we ended up getting a draw game. I was pissed. If somebody would have been like, yo, you got 1 bullet left before I swung that corner, I would have reloaded, then swung the corner and killed the guy who won the game. So, like, comms are everything sometimes, man.
Smoke. Nice. One more shower.
I win again.
Remaining.
Shower left.
Yes, sir.
One more shower.
Joke's over.
One enemy remaining.
Shower.
Spike down A.
Careful.
All right, those are all the things I learned while playing Valorant from episode 1 until now. In your opinion, are there any other tips that might help? Please comment them below. I mean, I guess I spoke my piece about all the tips here. So, I mean, if there's anything you have questions about that I said, or you have any comments about things that I said, or you want more clarification on anything, please do put it in the comments. And I appreciate you watching this video in its entirety because I'm trying to make more content. I'm trying to put out more stuff for you guys to watch and be entertained by. And we could talk about, like, I mainly play Valorant all the time, and I do want to rank up. I'm only bronze right now. I'm bronze 2, between bronze 2 and bronze 3 right now. I peaked silver 2 with teammates. And I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 o'clock. 5 or 6 o'clock, depending on when I wake up. Sometimes it'd be later than that. You know how it be. Sometimes you just be tired from editing the night before and playing Valorant and practicing aim labs and doing all these different things. So, thank you, and thanks for watching. I said that already, right? Yeah. So, anyway, peace. See you.